Hey guys, it's been 3 months, but
We're back.
Yes, we know it's been a long time, but we're finally back, and we've had something in the works for a very long time now. But to present to you guys, we have made our first custom Axis Now game, Axis Now as the Battle of Stalingrad.
So basically, the reason why we picked Stalingrad for this game is we thought it was like a war within a war, and it'd be a really interesting board game to make. And basically, how we made it is we made a German side where they're advancing, a Russian side over there, and
Behind the Volga River.
Yeah, and then we have the city of Stalingrad in between them. And basically, the way the Germans won is that there's 3 points on the other end of the city. 3 they need to capture, there's a total of 4. And the Russians' objective is to drive Germany out of the city.
Completely.
And we have a bunch of new additions to the game. We added railroads, air bases, a hospital, and then we added factories that are in the city that function only for tanks. And then we also added buildings to the game.
And we probably won't go into full detail on how each of these new additions work, but if you guys do want to see a video about that, make sure to comment below.
Yeah, this is just to get an idea of what the game's like.
Right.
Yeah.
So now we're going to give you like a little in-depth perspective of how the board looks, because you can't really see it from there, and we'll just take you from there. So for this game, I'm going to be playing as the Russians, so I'll just kind of bring you through their side of the board. So as you can see, this is their home area right here. They've got a little bit of mainland, just kind of chilling here. They've got a railroad connecting here. This is where the reinforcements will come through. They've got a couple pieces here, but most of their pieces are in Stalingrad currently, trying to defend from the Germans. This is the Volga River right here. It's pretty long. It covers the whole map. And then you see these blue lines here. These are the 4 points in which they can cross. It'll take 1 turn to get over. And then they'll land in these marked territories that are Russians. This is how Germany wins the game. They need to take 3 of the 4 of these. And this is how Russia would get over. So they probably lose at that point anyway. And then they've got the air base over here where their planes will take off for a battle. And then in the city, nothing much different from the German side. We've got 3 factories over here, even though this is the only one you can really build out of, and you can only build tanks. And then you've got some buildings kind of scattered around, and then the fountain is also half of it is in this side. So that's the Russian side of things, and now I'll take it over to Joel for the German side.
I'm playing as the Germans, so I'll show you the German side of the map. So the Germans have a longer railroad than the Russians do, since their side is bigger, and it takes them about to the borders of Stalingrad. They also have an air base similar to the Russian side, and they also have a hospital, which can be used to revive German troops that have been killed by artillery. Then along the borders of the city, Germany has 5 trench works similar to the Russians, which has artillery that can be used to bombard anywhere in the city, but it cannot go beyond the city. Then the Germans also have Axis units, which are used to represent the Italians, Hungarians, and Romanians that were in the battle. And they attack at a 1, unless if there's a German infantry in the battle, which brings them up to a 2. And the actual city of Stalingrad is similar to the Russian side, with the Barmerly Fountain in the center, which would be a huge objective point to take, since it's in the center of the city and will turn into an absolute bloodbath.
So obviously, we barely scratched the surface of what this game actually holds. We kind of just did a brief overview for you guys to look at, and there's a lot more detail that went into this game, and it is really a fun take on Axis Now, as we even have a full rulebook for it that we made. So yeah, it's a complex game, and we're gonna have a lot of fun playing it, I think.
Yeah, so we're going to play our first game of it, and we'll let you know how it went.
And if you guys do want to see a full guide to it, a rulebook review, just how the map works, how the game works in general, then leave a like or comment below, and that'll tell us that you guys do want to see that. So we'll see you after the game.
The next morning.
We're finally back, and as you can see, it's the next day. We finished it last night, but we were a little too lazy to record this part of the video.
Yes.
But we finished the game, and overall we had actually a really good time. And there were some good parts we liked about the game. The artillery was really fun, I thought, because it added a new complexity to the game. You couldn't really leave a tank alone, because then you'd lose it. And we also liked the movement of it. It moved pretty quick overall, and you wouldn't really say you felt like you were sitting there for like hours.
Yeah, so there are some areas we can improve on though. Like the German Air Force, like gets stacked really quickly.
Russia never really has a chance
Yeah,
to
yeah. Because
attack.
like the Germans ended up winning the game too, so I feel like we need to give Russians some more troops. The game went to round 8, which like sounds like long, but since it's only 2 countries, it was kind of quick.
And the turns also go really quickly because there's not a lot you do. For
Yeah, you don't really
troops.
build. It's like a reinforcement chart from D-Day you use to get more troops.
Right.
So basically, the 2 main things is we need to just improve the Russian Air Force or just make the German one weaker. And then give Russia a few more troops so they can hold on a little longer.
Right.
And then also, we were a little nervous for our reinforcements that we'd like run out of troops. So we might have to adjust that later. But overall, the game went very smoothly.
Yeah, I would say for like our first time making something and just coming up with it, it didn't go that bad.
Yeah, it was really fun.
So that's probably gonna be it for the video. Pretty short video, but we didn't really want to do like a whole review of the game. If you guys want to see that, like we said, you can comment below, and we'll do an in-depth rule overview of the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's it.
See ya.
Peace. Yeah.